Nigel Farage triumph, Reform UK overtakes Labour in unprecedented political shift, and an unexpected turn of events that could redefine the British political landscape. Reform UK has achieved a historic milestone by overtaking the Labour Party in key indicators of public support. This marks a watershed moment for the party led by Nigel Farage, a political veteran known for his transformative role in the Brexit referendum and his ability to galvanise public sentiment against the political establishment. For Farage and his followers, this victory is not just a statistical achievement, it is a symbol of the growing frustration among voters toward the traditional two-party system in the United Kingdom. The political context: a fractured electorate. The rise of Reform UK can be traced to the increasing dissatisfaction with the major political parties in Britain. Over the past decade, the Conservative Party and the Labour Party have dominated British politics, but their grip on the electorate has been steadily weakening. Issues such as stagnant wages, the cost of living crisis, perceived failures in managing immigration, and a general sense of political malaise have driven many voters to seek alternatives. Labour, once seen as the champion of the working class, has faced mounting criticism for its inability to connect with its traditional voter base. Under the leadership of Keir Starmer, the party has struggled to deliver a clear and compelling vision for the future. Many voters feel that Labour has moved too far from its roots, focusing on metropolitan concerns while neglecting the economic and social challenges faced by communities in post-industrial and rural areas. The Conservative Party, on the other hand, is grappling with its own set of challenges, including internal divisions, controversies surrounding Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's leadership, and the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic and Brexit implementation. This has created a political vacuum that Reform UK emerged as a successor to the Brexit Party, which was instrumental in pushing the UK toward leaving the European Union. While its initial focus was on ensuring the completion of Brexit, the party has since evolved into a broader movement addressing a wide range of issues. Its platform includes economic reform, proposing lower taxes, reduced government spending, and a simplified tax system aimed at stimulating growth and empowering businesses, immigration control, advocating for stricter border policies and a reduction in net migration, echoing Farage's long-standing stance on protecting national sovereignty, public services, pledging to reform the NHS by reducing bureaucracy and increasing efficiency. Alongside investments in education and infrastructure, accountability, promoting a vision of government that is transparent and less influenced by career politicians or bureaucratic elites, Farage's ability to articulate these concerns in plain, relatable terms has made him a powerful voice for many disillusioned voters. His rhetoric, often controversial, resonates with those who feel ignored or left behind by the mainstream parties. The overtaking of Labour is significant for several reasons. First, it demonstrates that Reform UK is no longer a fringe party but a credible political force capable of challenging established players. Second, it signals a shift in the political preferences of the electorate, particularly among the working class, who were once solidly behind Labour but have grown increasingly disillusioned. Third, it puts immense pressure on both Labour and the Conservatives to address the concerns that have propelled Reform UK to prominence. Polls and surveys reveal that Reform UK's support is strongest in regions traditionally dominated by Labour, such as the north of England and the Midlands. These areas, often referred to as the Red Wall, were pivotal in the 2019 general election when many voters switched to the Conservatives to get Brexit done. However, with the Conservatives now struggling to retain their grip on these voters, Reform UK has emerged as an attractive alternative. Nigel Farage's role, the architect of disruption. At the heart of Reform UK's success is Nigel Farage himself. Love him or loathe him, Farage is undeniably one of the most influential political figures in modern British history. His role in the Brexit campaign showcased his ability to connect with ordinary voters and challenge entrenched political narratives. With Reform UK, Farage has once again positioned himself as a disruptor, offering an alternative to the perceived complacency of the mainstream parties. Farage's leadership style is unapologetically combative. He has not shied away from taking controversial stances or courting media attention. Critics accuse him of pandering to populist sentiments, but his supporters argue that he is simply voicing the frustrations of millions of Britons who feel ignored by the political elite. In response to Reform UK's recent triumph, Farage declared, "This is a turning point in British politics. The people of this country are tired of the same old promises from Labour and the Conservatives. They want real change, and that's exactly what Reform UK is offering." For Labour, the rise of Reform UK is a stark reminder of its vulnerabilities. The party has spent much of the past decade trying to rebuild its image following its defeat in the 2019 general election. But the results have been mixed. Under Keir Starmer, Labour has sought to present itself as a moderate and pragmatic alternative to the Conservatives. However, this strategy has failed to inspire significant enthusiasm among voters. The party's inability to address key issues such as immigration, economic inequality, and public services has left it exposed to attacks from both the right and the left. Reform UK has capitalised on this by positioning itself as a party that understands and prioritises the concerns of. The rise of Reform UK is likely to have far-reaching consequences for the British political landscape. As the party continues to gain support, it could disrupt the traditional two-party system that has defined UK politics for decades. This poses significant challenges for both Labour and the Conservatives, who may need to adapt their strategies to compete with Reform UK. For Farage and his party, the challenge will be to maintain and expand their momentum. While overtaking Labour is a significant achievement, translating this support into parliamentary seats in a general election will require a focused and strategic approach. The UK's first past-the-post electoral system has historically disadvantaged smaller parties. But Reform UK may seek to overcome this by targeting specific constituencies where it has strong support. The ascent of Reform UK represents a seismic shift in British politics. It is a testament to the growing disillusionment with the traditional parties and a sign that voters are willing to explore new options in their search for change. For Nigel Farage, this is a vindication of his political strategy and a reminder of his enduring influence. As the UK prepares for its next general election, the rise of Reform UK will undoubtedly be a key factor shaping the political narrative. Whether this signals the beginning of a long-term realignment or a temporary protest movement remains to be seen. What is clear, however, is that British politics will never be the same again.